Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video obviously going to be a post-match review of Celtic's absolutely tremendous 5-1 thumping of Slovan Bratislava in yesterday's opening game of the 24-25 UEFA Champions League campaign. Celtic getting off to a dream start, the first time we've started the Champions League group stage with a win. The game pretty much absolutely perfect, as we can see from the goals that Celtic scored last night and the overall performance. So today's video going to be, in addition, a wee review of the game, some analysis, the stats, and my own player ratings. Before we do crack on with the actual video, please do, if you are new to the channel and you like the video, like the type of video and the content on the channel, please do click that subscriber button. Keep the numbers pushing past 1,000. If you like the video, please do click that like button. It does help YouTube spread the video to more Celtic fans and football fans. And comment section open for pleasant, polite debating points, opinions, thoughts on the game, the ratings, who played well, etc., etc. So, absolutely dream start to Celtic's Champions League campaign, 5-1 win. Everybody, I think, who started the game had a great game. We brought on some subs. They all contributed well, especially Forrest and Idah. And for me, man of the match was Alsa Johnson, but closely behind him, Maeda, Arnie Engels, Callum McGregor, pretty much the whole team, as we'll find out in the ratings in a few minutes' time. Just a wee update to Celtic's Champions League fixtures. You can now see we've penciled in a 5-1 win. We've now got our away games against Dortmund and then Atalanta, and then back home for a series of home fixtures, and all the various pundits and football analysts, experts are suggesting that getting to 10 points will get you into the knockout stage, which would be the 9 to 24 bracket, to produce 8 qualifiers to play the top 8 who get automatic into the last 16 knockout phase. We're 3 points towards that 10 points target, and in theory, nice home wins against Young Boys Bern and Bruges, a draw against RB Leipzig, we're practically there, and then we've also got, as well as the 2 very difficult away home games, we've got a potentially much easier away game in dealing with Zagreb, who are coming off a 9-2 thumping by Bayern Munich on Tuesday, and then the Battle of Britain in our 8th and final fixture against Aston Villa, where it could well be that both teams have already qualified or both need a point to guarantee qualification. So not wanting to look too far into the future, but brilliant start to Celtic's 24-25 UCL campaign. Pretty much from minute one, Celtic got on top of the game, crowd roaring them on, absolutely wonderful atmosphere with the light show, the singing, and the flags and the banners and the scarves, etc. So well done to all the Celtic crowd who were there, screaming and shouting and singing and chanting. We got a nice early chance, but Dyson might have popped it over the bar. They then did get a half chance on the break, but Scales got back to deflect the Strelic shot over the bar. And then lovely in-swing cross by Arnie Engels and a bullet header by Liam Scales, giving Takash, their goalkeeper, absolutely no chance. Celtic kept very much on top. A few more half chances for Kyogo, but he didn't quite have his scoring boots on. Some brilliant saves by Takash, their goalkeeper, a couple of shots going over the bar, quite several shots being blocked. Celtic then came out in the start of the second half. They seemed to be playing much more attackingly in the first half. They did seem to be quite keen to play slowly and patiently. And one of the theories that Neil Lennon put forward on commentary was that Celtic were trying to take some of Bratislava's energy away from them by making them chase the ball all over the place. Whatever it was, second half we certainly came out with a lot more pace and aggression and attacking intent. Down the right, Nicholas Kuhn, brilliant run, weaving in and out, cut into the box, got to the byline, right foot across, and Kyogo managed to knee thigh the ball into the net, 2-0 up. Celtic very much kept on top, kept the pressure on. I think we were maybe slightly lucky to get the penalty. Alistair Johnston and the Bratislava defender both going for the ball. Both had slightly high feet. However, Johnston did get there first. He did make contact with the ball, and the Bratislava player did kick him in the foot, bringing him down. And the referee and VAR agreed it was a penalty. Arne Engels stepped up again, brilliantly calm, and knocked the ball almost into exactly the same spot as he did against Hearts at the weekend, right into the stanchion area of the goal, completely unstoppable. 3-0 up. They did get back into the game in the 60th minute. Wee bit of a poor clearance by Greg Taylor fell to Slovan Bratislava at the back post. Cal McGregor and Alistair Johnson not quite closing down Wimmer, their left back, who had, to be very fair, a brilliant finish with the outside of his foot, right above Carter Vickers' head, skimming above his head into the top corner, completely unsuitable for Kasper Schmeichel. However, Celtic got right back into the game. Nice interchange between the three Japanese players, Kyogo onto Hatate onto Maeda, who kept himself onside by a few centimetres, and a very calm finish past Takac into the corner of the goal. 4-1, I think 4-1 up. We brought on some substitutes, such as Forrest and Idah and Paolo Bernardo. We gave Alistair Johnston a bit of a rest, bringing on Ralston, and right at the very end of the game, Carter Vickers went off as he was on a booking, and Trusty came on to make his debut. And in the 86th minute, two of the subs, James Forrest and Maeda and Idah, linked up. Wonderful ball through the defence by James Forrest. Maeda and Idah timed his run perfectly and very coolly smashed it past the Takash in the Bratislava goal for a 5-1 win. And as things stand, Celtic are second in the big Champions League supergroup, just behind Bayern Munich on goal difference. Just going to go through some of the stats that really show how much Celtic were on top. Possession was 61-39 in Celtic's favour. Shots were 16-8 for Celtic. Shots on goal on target were 11-2 to Celtic. Off targets were 3-2 for Celtic. We had 2 shots blocked and they had 4 shots blocked. Saves were 7 for Takash in the Slovan Bratislava goal and 1 for Kasper Schmeichel. Touches in box 36-16 in favour of Celtic, and corners 11-4 in favour of Celtic. So clearly, on all of the relevant stats, Celtic were miles on top and fully deserved their 5-1 win. Just to finish off, these were my own ratings for the players. Given Kasper Schmeichel 7.5. Made a nice wee save, had absolutely no chance with the Bratislava goal, and he did come out on a very regular basis to keep attacks going, made himself available for back passes, very calmly got the ball out of Bratislava's press as well several times, so 7.5 for him. I've given 8s for Carter Vickers, Liam Scales, and Greg Taylor. They all defended very, very well. Greg Taylor very slightly at fault for the Bratislava goal. However, he got himself forward brilliantly, set up a lot of chances, got a couple of shots towards goal, and he had a great game. Scales and Carter Vickers rarely looked troubled in the centre of our defence. They both passed well. Scales, of course, scored his goal, and 8s for them. I've given 8.5 in man of the match to Alistair Johnson. I thought he was absolutely everywhere on the pitch. He was attacking, defending in midfield. He was popping up in the opposition box to get a penalty. He was overlapping. He was crossing. He was passing. At the other end, he was tackling and nullifying Vladimir Weiss on their left wing. He gave Weiss a wee bit of a payback for kicking Arne Engels a few minutes before by giving him a wee bit of a reminder tackle, which did get himself a yellow card, unfortunately. And Alistair Johnson on several times broke up attacks in our box. Very calm, cool header back to Kasper Schmeichel to defuse another attack by them. And so 8.5 man a match for Alistair Johnston. Given 7.5 for Rio Hatate. I thought he had a good game. Lovely pass for Dyson Maeda for the fourth goal. Quite a lot of very good linking play. Odd pass misplaced now and again, but a great game by him. 8.5 for both Cal McGregor and Arne Engels. I thought they were both immense. They were in attack, in defence, in midfield, winning the ball back, recycling it, chasing back. McGregor, lovely shot that could easily have been a goal. Well saved by Takash. Arne Engels, two great shots on goal that were well saved by Takash, and he popped that penalty in for us for the 3-0 lead. So 8.5 for them. 8.5 also for Dyson Maeda. Again, absolutely great game by Dyson Maeda, up and down the wing, chasing back, harrying their right-sided players, chasing back to get the ball back at the halfway line, tackling, intercepting, linking up, passing. Few times he probably should have scored that first half header straight at the goalkeeper. Popping the ball over the bar in the 4th minute, probably should have scored there as well. However, did score the 4th goal, and was busy throughout the whole game. And for me, it was a close tie for man of the match between Alistair Johnston and Dyson Maeda. But for me, Johnson just got the slight vote of being man of the match, although equally rated. And 7.5 for Nicholas Kuhn and Kyogo. Kyogo did miss a couple of chances that probably he should have scored. To be fair, Takash and their goal was their best player, and did make some really excellent saves, especially when he spread himself to make a brilliant save with his foot just a minute or two after our first goal. But Kyogo, to give him credit, up there he stepped a couple of minutes into the second half to bundle the ball in the 6-yard box from Kuhn's cross. So 7.5 for him. Nicholas Kuhn, again, busy up and down the wing. He did chase back, similar to Dyson Maeda, to win the ball and break up attacks. And he was involved in that second goal with a beautiful run and a nice right-footed cross. So 7.5 for him. Given 7.5 to both Forrest and Idah, the two subs. I thought they linked up really nicely for that 5th goal. And they both looked very busy, very direct, and they both looked like they were back to their best after a couple of slightly disappointing games. I've given 7 for Paolo Bernardo and 7 for Anthony Ralston. They both came on. They both did good work for Celtic, got themselves involved. Anthony Ralston, some nice defence, nice passing, did get himself forward to support the attack. Paolo Bernardo was in and around midfield, keeping attacks going and recycling the ball. So 7s for him. Don't think Austin Trusty had quite enough time to merit a rating. And to be fair, the last 5-10 minutes after he came on, he hardly had anything to do. but great to see him making his debut. Absolutely brilliant day for Celtic, brilliant evening for Celtic. Wonderful start to the Champions League campaign. Pretty much everything went perfectly. Slightly disappointingly, yellow cards for Alistair Johnston and Cameron Carter-Vickers. Hopefully it won't keep them out of any really important fixtures once those tot up in the next 7 games. We've got a wee bit of a gap. We're playing Falkirk in the League Cup quarter-final at the weekend, and then we'll be into the away game against Borussia Dortmund. We maybe set up a wee bit more defensively, keep Hatate and McGregor a bit deeper, keep Johnston and Taylor more in the defensive zone to support the 2 central defenders. And we'll see how things pan out over the next 3 or 4 months up to the last game at the end of January 2025. And so just to finish off, we quick reminder, encouragement, suggestion to those who've not yet subscribed to the channel, please do click that subscribe button. If you've liked the video, please do click the like button, and comment section open for pleasant, polite debating points, opinions, thoughts on the players, the scores, the goals, and their ratings. And we'd be delighted to see if you feel my ratings are reasonable, or are there some players you think I've underscored or overscored. And so until the next video, goodbye and hail, hail.